breaking news. Donald Trump might do the unthinkable. He has asked the Supreme Court to let him fire top agency officials for the power. This relates to Jay Powell. I can't believe I am actually saying this. And in the interest of my bags and my lollipops, I say, I salute you, sir. I approve of this message. Pump my bags and the baby dolls, all our bags. I'm speechless. I'm going to read it through with you. Donald Trump has asked the Supreme Court to let him fire top agency officials. President Donald Trump has asked U.S. Supreme Court for that. The case is testing a 90-year-old Supreme Court ruling that lets Congress shield high-ranking officials from being fired by the president. The outcome could determine whether Trump has the power to fire Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell, and it could also impact the job security of other agency officials. Here's Trump looking at the back of Jay Powell's head. I am speechless. Hey, believe in something. I can't believe it, man. Wow. The balls. My gosh. You know when Trump said end the Fed? Now I knew what he meant. He doesn't actually want to end the Fed. He wants to end Jay Powell's hawkish, high interest rate, trash environment when inflation has already slowed down. Whoa, man. That's big. Are we prepared to see Donald Trump fire the Fed chairman, Jerome Powell, just to get faster rate cuts? Imagine he fires Jay Powell just to get a massive rate cut dove into the office and pump crypto. So, Jay Powell, friends, I don't know if they call him a hawk or a dove. He used to be a dove back in 2018. He capitulated and he saved the stock market and stuff. But now he seems like really hawkish because of the high inflation. Hawkish, remember, friends, hawk means, hawk is they're aggressive and they're high. Basically, you want to stop inflation. You want to attack down. Yeah. Hawk, to be hawkish on stuff is you keep things tight. Things are going down, right? That's how hawks attack, how they fly. And doves, you fly up, Fly, dove, fly. There's a dove emoji as well. Wee, fly, my pretties. Fly like the angels. The angels will sing. I can't believe this, by the way. So this will be a very interesting turn of events. I can't believe I'm actually saying that. Wow, man. He really wants to pump our bags, by the way. Just to let you know, if Trump does this, oh my gosh. Friends, that is we are licking the surface of White Swan. We are licking the surface. That ain't it's not a true White Swan, still part of the cycle, but man, that's getting real close. Man, throw everything out the window if we get that. This is the Bitcoin monthly candle update where we are right now. There is a channel here that you can draw along the way. We've come down here. Don't forget, friends, all of the cryptocurrency influencers, all those frauds, bearish influencers, they basically... Look, it's okay if you sold. I get it, they sold. But you guys are cucks, okay? You're all cucks. Because on one hand, you don't get respect from us, yeah, just because you go and click sell now, okay? Because you've been disrespecting everybody for a long time now. All right, a very long time. You've been basically begging for the market to go down. You've basically been a cuck, all right? And this doom and this pain that we've all been feeling will reverse. And the people won't forget. You will cop it. We have a lot of receipts. Yeah, people don't forget. People are smart. There are a lot of good people out there in this world, and they don't deserve any of this pain and garbage, talking down to and grifting and all the other trash that they've been doing out here. This is the Bitcoin chart right now. It's around $82,000. Remember, the global liquidity cycle fractal puts us around April 30 or something. At the end of April, where basically we can start going up. It's pretty much, literally 30th April. Here you go. This is the just 100-day offset. Hopefully we like zigzag around and we come around and we can eventually start to go up in buy in May and go away, which is never before done in crypto. It's always sell in May, go away, literally every single time. But because it's opposite land and opposite cycle and just everything's freaking opposite now and cucked us, hopefully it is now buy in May and go away. So, man, what do you think about that, friends? That would be an absolute cracker turn of events. How could you price that in? The president is threatening to actually fire Jay Powell. By the way, he did say it. He goes, you don't cut rates, you're done. Remember, friends, the whole critical issue is the debt rollover. Remember, I made my very courteous post here for you. Hope you appreciate it. The Treasury has $7 trillion of debt to refinance in 2025, just as bond yields are marching higher again. You see that, friends? So they have a big debt rollover. That's the 4-year cycle, right? Literally the 4-year cycle. So they're going to roll it over like another 4 years, and then it will stack around here. Then we have the next cycle. So whenever they're due for this debt, that's what they do. They end up going, oh, crap, we can't actually pay it. So what we're going to do is let's refinance it. Basically, let's get another credit card line from the US Fed. We'll borrow money there. We pay off the debt, and we'll just refinance it later on. So we'll just keep rolling it over, kicking the can. And then eventually, we are going to do some sort of great reset. Eventually, we don't know when. A lot of the gold bugs say tomorrow. You know, other people in Bitcoin as well, they think it's going to happen tomorrow, any day now. It's probably going to go on a lot longer than we think, friends, because the US government, they've got a real good grip on the network effects. And actually, what's prolonged it is they're basically, you know, crypto's meant to destroy the US dollar, but look, I hate to say it, but it's true. I think we're actually going to prolong the US dollar's life. Because everybody wants stable coins, so now everyone's just going to keep the stable coin, the $1, on crypto rails. So it's just like, hey, we're just moving the system onto this CBDC light stuff, and it's gonna prolong them. Okay, and they can do the whole manipulation and privacy chains and everything later on out here. Obviously, privacy for them, not for you and me, right? So I don't know why I'm just saying that. I got like, man, that would be, Satoshi will be rolling in his grave. But he might also be saying, you know what, I didn't want to kill the system. I just want an alternative. I want a life raft of people, you know, the Titanic sinking, you have somewhere to go. But man, I think that's actually what we're going to do, friends. What a wild turn of events. Like, we built crypto to make our own system so that US dollar can die with fiat, and then we have our own one. And then people just brought everything over. We actually gave it life again. Because now the US bank account, that's why, friends, the network effect of the US dollar, it can spread to everybody out there with a phone. Right now, you need to go US bank. Yeah, and it's certain parts of the world. Only like, you know, there's like only a couple of billion people can access it. Yeah, but there's still billions who can't. Very interesting. So it's kind of funny, man. Like, we give them a choice. Hey, do you want the long-term savings vehicle Bitcoin with hard money, or do you want your $1 stable coin? Give me the stable coin. That's actually what people are doing. Yeah, it's true. They're actually choosing the stable coin. But like, it's 83% of the world trading dollar dominance and stuff out here, right? We are going to make it, friends. It's just kind of funny, man, how the story's going. But you know what? If you're an anarchist and you want everything to explode, it ain't going to explode. All right? It's not. So the US government, right, they have to roll over these debt, friends. That is the crypto bull market bonanza, okay? When they roll this debt over, they'll print money to pay off the new interest rates. That's why, my friends, that's why make memes great again, okay? That's why Donald Pump, he wants the rates down, because he's like, man, I've got big dreams for this cycle, Habib. I've got big mogs that I got to do. I can't be paying a 4.5% interest rate, Jay. I can't be doing that. You got to cut it down for me. And that's why Jay Powell, he's teetering on the edge. Right? All the inflation. By the way, just to let you know, friends, I've already heard some whisper rumors from the government guys. Trump don't like Powell. Yeah? Trump do not like Powell. And I'll show you why. It's right here. You see, let me draw the line. Donald Pump came in here November, right? So basically, this is why Trump, he don't like Powell. Yeah? You got to think about politics. Because Jay Powell cut rates. He held rates the whole time. And then in the lead up to Trump getting planned assassination, and remember Uncle Sleepy Joe Biden and the US stock market, Powell pretty much, what he did is, you got to understand how suspicious this looks, okay? Literally, they held rates the whole time, and look when they started using their ammo. This is the October-November election here. So he started cutting the rates here. He goes, cut. Remember, everyone's feeling bullish in July. He goes, cut, cut, cut. You see that? So he starts cutting. So the way, obviously, Trump's interpreting it as, hey, that's fishy as hell, bro. What, you held rates the whole time? Your 3 interest rate cuts happened 3 months right into the election. Looks like you're trying to pump the market so the Democrats get in. That's pretty much what Donald Trump is saying. And that's what he's thinking. Now, whether it's right or wrong, I don't know and I don't care. I'm just telling you this explains we might get the lick of a white swan. Oh, imagine he gets rid of J. Powell. Oh my gosh. He just put some new dude in and the new dude's like, you know what? We need to cut the rates, baby. Man, I'm already ecstatic. I did not plan that, man. Like, as I'm feeling it. That's, wow. This is a man who wants to pump the bags. Yeah? This is a president who needs to get the bags pumped. Man, that'll be double. Like, I'm already feeling double bubble all season. I'm already feeling it. Yeah? That'll, like, solidify it. That'll be weird. That'll be weird, man. But just, hey, welcome it. Invite it. Respect the pump. Invite the pump. As Sir Ivan the Great says. I want to show you something as well, friends. That's wild, man. The US 2-year is what we'll be watching. Remember, the interest rates right now are 4.5, right? So this is what's coming. If you want, friends, what we can do is we can do the yield minus the Fed funds so we can see what's priced in. So you can actually see it right now. So what I did was, see in the top left, US 02Y minus the Fed funds rate. So pretty much you can look at the differential. You go, okay, what's the 2-year yield minus what the current interest rate is? So you can just see what's expected in the next 2 years. Right now, this is 2 years, man. It's only got about 2 cuts. You know, you're not in the midst of the crisis. It was pretty much almost 4 cuts. Right now, it's back down to 2. And just to let you know, friends, that debt rollover, I think it's due by June. Yeah, it's actually earlier than I thought. Because I remember this, friends, that's why I was so bullish at the end of last year, man. I was telling you guys, like, they have to roll over the debt by June of this year. I remember last year, it was like December. I'm like, man, they've only got like 6 to 8 months. They've got to roll over the thing soon. When they roll it over, they make the new account. They got to lower the interest rates. They're going to refinance it. That's why it just looked so good. And then now you get 5 red monthly candles. Yeah, freaking scam. So that's why it really broke my heart just to see this. But might be a silver lining. Might be a silver friend as well. If we get a whiff of J. Powell, because J. Powell, by the way, his term ends next year, 2026. Yeah, but the debt rollovers now. This just show you how committed they are to the global liquidity cycle, huh? By the way, if you can't get it done, they do the refinancing, but it's shit. And maybe you just can't get stuff done as much. But man, it's really a believer cycle. Can you believe it? He's going to fire the Fed chairman because the rates ain't low enough, brother. Friends, you know the Democrats are going to lose their minds in America. Because the whole point of it is that the US Fed and the government, they're meant to be independent. Meant to be. But if you watch Arthur Hayes and everyone, and even me, I've been telling you, dude, they're not independent. Okay, that's Fugazi. Okay, they help each other, yeah? Because the government is financing the Treasury, pro-America, and the US Fed is financing the currency, pro-America, okay? So they both eventually got to work with each other. They just can't let inflation get out of hand, and inflation is basically just like people spending too much of the currency and not hoarding it. That's it. They just can't let that get out of hand. Easier said than done sometimes, but, you know, they got their finger on the ball. So this is what we'll be watching, I guess. What do you think, man? I'm telling you now, that's gonna be one cracker. Like, man, that's going to usher in the golden age. Man, friends, we'll be telling our grandchildren. We're like, you know what? There was this cycle. Right? That's why you got a silver spoon in your mouth, you little shit. Right? There was this cycle. It was a believer's cycle. And God rest his soul, President Pump, because it'll be years from now, right? Probably passed away. Will say, he was so committed to pumping my bags, he fired the central bank chairman, J. Powell. Man, what a story that would be. You're just retelling it. You know, and we had to believe, right? Just like our parents, when they used to drive wooden cars and everyone had grey skin, everything was in grayscale out there. What a story that would be, man. Like this. By the way, it's funny. All the founding forefathers, they'll be rolling around in their graves. But then again, like, look how it looks like, man. You gave 3 cuts to Joe Biden. What, you suddenly like, oh, you know, I care about inflation. It's a bunch of shit, by the way. True inflation, by the way, friends, is like 1.4%. The real inflation, it's tanked. It's tanked. The nominal price is high, but the rate it's growing, it's tanked through the floor. Okay, things are permanently higher, but like, you know, people are just barely keeping it up. So, God bless America. Cut the rates, I say. Cut the rates, sir. A QE for me and a QE for you and a QE for everyone. Like, subscribe, belly button, or catch you in the next one.